Someone left a comment or a question on the STAC NEO Halcyon video review that I did last fall, questioning why the STAC NEO is referred to as the most silent or the quietest trainer in the market. Let me read you his question. Is the STAC Halcyon really more silent in total than the Tacx NEO? Why would the STAC NEO be the world's most silent trainer, more silent than a good direct drive trainer? Sure, STAC does not have anything touching the wheel, but it does have a big wheel turning at a massive speed with the spokes beating up a lot of the air. The corresponding thing on a direct drive trainer is a solid piece of metal turning inside a protective device. Why would this turning piece of solid metal that does not hit the air or anything else sounds more than a big wheel with spokes that beat the air? So a direct drive trainer has mechanical parts that can result in some noise. For example, the Tacx NEO has a motor inside it and a fan to cool it down. Also, you have the built noise from a direct drive trainer like the Wahoo KICKR, for example, along with a big flywheel, which can also make some noise. With a STAC NEO, there are no mechanical parts that could make any type of noise other than the magnets when they open and close. So all of the noise comes from the wheel that you use and your drive terrain. So depending on the type of wheel you use, the STAC NEO can end up being louder than a quiet direct drive trainer. So for example, the Zip 808 wheel, for example, this one can be a lot louder. This one is a front wheel, but this can be a lot louder than a regular cheap aluminum wheel. And if you use a disc wheel, for example, like this one, the surface of the disc can be a noise board that can create a lot more sound, and the drivetrain noise will bounce off of this disc wheel and create a lot of sound that gonna bother a lot of people if you have people especially sleeping in your house. But the good news is none of these wheels are compatible with the STAC Halcyon anyway, because they are all carbon and you need an aluminum wheel to work with the STAC. So a deeper wheel from head or flow, for example, with an aluminum braking surface would work with the Halcyon, but those are going to be loud. So to dig deeper into this topic, I thought today I will go over the 3 quietest trainers in the market today and see which one is really the quietest out there. And yeah, if you are new to this channel or smartbytrainers.com, this is where I talk about smart trainers, Zwift, Trainer Road, and a bunch of other cycling and training stuff. So hit that subscribe button to help support this channel. Now, as of today, the quietest trainers in the market, in my opinion, and I think most will agree on this, unless there is a trainer out there that went under the radar and I did not test, the Tacx NEO, Wahoo KICKR, 2018 version, or the Wahoo KICKR Core, they kind of both sound the same, and the STAC Halcyon. So I'm going to put the KICKR and Tacx NEO against the STAC NEO Halcyon and see which trainer is the quietest trainer. Is it going to be a direct drive trainer or the STAC NEO with a cheap aluminum wheel? Okay, this is how I did this test. I measured the noise from each trainer where I record here in the basement. Yes, this is just an unfinished, simple basement. And I like this space here because it is very quiet when the heater or the heat isn't running and no echo whatsoever. And I used a decibel meter on my iPhone to measure the sound from each trainer. I also have an actual decibel meter, and surprisingly my iPhone turned out to be very similar, if not even better in measurement. Plus, the app on my iPhone allows me to save and export the data so I can process it and look at it afterward. And I'll have a link to the app I use in the description below. So I know decibel meters can vary in measurement and many things can affect the results. That's why most of us reviewers such as Ray, Maker, or Shane don't use these, even though some companies put their own decibel measurement on their website. But this is all just for fun, and as long as you record in the same place and keep everything the same, then you can do something with the data or the measurements. Plus, I wanted to give you some kind of measurement or number so we're able to compare all 3 trainers. Otherwise, just listening to it on whatever device you use can affect how you hear the noise. So the way I measured the sound, I rode each trainer and I got that flywheel spinning at a speed of 20 miles per hour. And once I got there at a steady pace, I clapped, so I know exactly where to start looking at the numbers when I process the data. Then I clapped again when I was done. So the result chart looks something like this. And these spikes you see here is where I clapped, and I took the data in between from here to here, and I took the average. Okay, so I'm going to put all 3 trainers side by side now and let you listen to the noise from each one. So what do you think? If you want to guess which one is the quietest, feel free to pause the video and write it down in the comments section below, and we'll see if you got it right. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay, so the Wahoo KICKR averaged 56.64 decibels according to my measurement. And according to this reference chart, that's midway between a quiet home and a quiet street. So I guess that's pretty quiet. And the Tacx NEO measured just a little bit lower and came in at 56.12 decibels. And the STAC 0 came in at 53.55. So the STAC 0 Halcyon is a clear winner here, and they take the smartbiketrainers.com Quiet Whisper Award. Feel free to contact me and I'll send you a sticker or something. So congratulations, Tacx. And by a very, very small margin, Tacx NEO took the second place overall, but still holds that first place for the quietest direct drive trainer. And Wahoo, very impressive what they have done. They went from a loud trainer just 1 year ago to a very quiet trainer, and almost beating the Tacx NEO for the #1 spot. So did you guess right? Alright guys, I always love your questions and comments, so keep them coming, and there's always that possibility that your question might turn into a full video. And that's been it. If you enjoyed this video or find it helpful in any way, please hit that like button and share it. I get a lot more subscribers when someone shares a video, so don't be shy to share it. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.